mom. Yeah.
son's mother flies her in and takes her and her girlfriend out on a shopping spree. They buy
he
fur
wasn't doing
coats.
it. He wasn't doing it. Somebody got to do it.
Yeah, but you had her. You interviewed her like a talk show.
Yeah, you see me very serious.
You
right?
were so serious. It was like a regular talk. It was like Charlie Rose. He was so serious. He would ask her a question, and then he would look right into the camera and just let her answer about him not paying child support. His jewelry, his jewelry's rented.
Yeah,
he loves this.
This guy's a jerk. I mean, see before to the highest level. Like I've seen a lot of guys to the highest level. Like this guy's the biggest fraud we've seen thus far. Like if you go from, the guy is a correctional officer, and he writes from the perspective of the biggest drug dealer in Miami. Now we know Miami is a port. When it comes through there, and we know how people like the way they love Scarface. His infatuation with that got him. He done created this new character. Actually, the guy name that he took, Rick Ross, Freeway Rick, he gets out next month. 18 years. You know he's gonna be knocking on his door like,
Take my name, mother.
Yeah.
He gets out
And you're a correctional officer, and you decide to stop working corrections in order to go rap as if you're the biggest drug dealer in Miami.
But you had a photo of him. You had a photo of him when he got his diploma as a corrections officer, shaking this old white woman's hand, and he's got the biggest shit-eating grin, like I did it, Mom.
I did it, Mom.
But he doesn't fit in his outfit either.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, didn't he had the nerve to say I don't dress good?
I think I dress good.
No one in here is going to argue. We're not going to argue. Don't you worry about
it. He said I didn't dress good. And then he mentioned Gucci,
Mr.
Fendi, and all of these high-end brands. When we know that they got European cut, he can't fit in none of that shit. He got to shop in big and tall. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
he had a picture of his mom too. That was fucked up. He actually said he had a picture of him with his mom, but it was one of those photos they were eating. They just were eating at a table, and
he's clumps.
Yeah, the clump. He goes, look, he looks like the Nutty Professor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Can I ask you, with all the attention you're giving him, does that help him?
Well, it doesn't. See,
you don't think it does? Because they always say, even bad publicity is good.
Yeah, bad publicity is good when you not at a time when you actually your material isn't generating anything.
Right? Because I didn't know the guy's name until today.
Right. So what happens is you're aware of him, so you're gonna notice his record sales are super low. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, because it's not enough for you to go buy his record because you didn't hear a song that made you feel like you should be interested. You just heard he was talking to 50. So at the end of the day, like the record sales come in and they go, "Wow, so you really suck. You sold like 30,000 records."
Wow.
Get out of here.
Now with shit like this, pulling stuff like that, obviously, especially from past events and things that have happened, you got to kind of be concerned that somebody's going to snap and take a shot at you.
Ever since Biggie and Tupac had their issues, it altered the entire art form.
Yeah.
Because hip-hop is the competitive nature of the art form, it always had battling as a part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? And if you got someone that isn't intelligent enough to draw lines, then we're in danger.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like if you got people that cross those barriers and that spaces, then you got issues. But
do you know people that you could completely fuck with and they won't do anything? And then do you know other people that's like, this guy will fucking
this is the
take
guy.
a shot at me.
You're the guy that don't really do that with.
You fucking idiot.
What are you talking about?
Unlimited expenses.
You've been shot. I mean, it's you get to talk to many people who have actually, who for all intents and purposes shouldn't have made it. And you got shot more than once.
Yeah.
And here you are, and you do $100 million with vinyl. It's like, do you ever look at your life and go like, why the fuck did this happen? Or how is this?
I know that I'm crazy, right? Because I know that I convinced myself that these things were going to happen long before anything came to pass. So, like, my grandparents look at me like, okay, we understand now, but I was absolutely crazy to them. Like, I got shot, I came back, I lost my record deal, everything. I'm not at Columbia anymore, and I'm by the radio mumbling.
Wait, did Columbia just pull the deal because they thought it was bad to be involved?
They just didn't talk to me anymore.
Okay.
Like, after that, I got shot. So I was like, I'm by the radio mumbling, but what I'm mumbling is get rich or die trying. You see what I'm saying? So to my grandparents at that point, while I'm there, it's like, poor baby, you know, he had a shot at it. He had something. You know, but for me, I don't take no as an answer. When you come from where I come from, there ain't no plan B. You gotta make it. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of other people, they'll create the excuses. Mm-hmm. They'll create reasoning for why they're not supposed to make it in their lives because they don't have things like if you grew up in a household with one parent, a single parent. Where I'm from, that happens so common that you can't use that as an excuse.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't use minor things like that. Like, I
so
mean, you
can
lose a
look
leg, so what? You get a chair and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. The rest of the world doesn't either.
You could just look at everything that's happened in your past and say, like, that brought you where you are now.
Absolutely.
And educated you to bring you to where you are now. So there's no real looking back and regretting anything.
No regrets at all.
No regrets?
You know what I think? I think the things you go through make you who you are and shape you as a person. So those experiences allowed me to become what I am now. And I look at, you know, when you say where you headed, like, I have no idea. I'm going through a tunnel that doesn't end. My ambition is leading me so many different places that who knows where I'm going to end up. You know what I mean?
When you're when something like that's happening and you're in the process and someone's shooting at you and it's hitting you, what are you thinking?
You're
like,
scared.
You're
You're
thinking
gonna die,
I'm gonna
maybe.
die.
Yeah, you're gonna die. Like any other, it's a life-threatening situation. So I mean, and anybody, those things change you because either you become, when you're hurt as bad, somebody halfway kill you, it hurts. You get shot 9 times, you're hurt bad, your hip is fractured, you can't even sit in the chair straight. So from there, either your fear consumes you or you become a little insensitive.
Like someone who survives a plane crash.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, those type of things happen, and then you have to assess life and death. Even though we know it's our fate, all of us in this room, we know we're going to die at some point, because humans are habit forming, and we look forward to the future. We push that to the back of our minds and still concentrate on saving money for tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? But in all reality, we're going to go, all of us.
Fuck Tony Robbins.